Ham for her statement, and I call the member for Ryan.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. One of the special things about the people in my electorate of Ryan is their genuine interest in the local environment. There are always plenty of green projects on the go, and residents take pride in our local parks and waterways. Just recently, the Cubbler-Whitton Catchment Network hosted their Family Fun and Community Planting Day. It was a wonderful day and great to see the community so active and so involved. The federal coalition government has funded a $2.1 million initiative to see South East Queensland work with a range of partners to improve Brisbane's green spaces and waterways. The Cubbler-Whitton catchment is one of more than 35 catchments in the Lower Brisbane region, which received a share of this funding as part of the Watch Your Nature initiative. It includes various community events that involve planting and weeding around creek and riverbeds as a way to increase awareness of our natural environment. As a result of their initiative, the Cubbler-Whitton Catchment Network has now removed the weed infestations from Cubbler Creek, achieved erosion control and planted more trees. The award-winning Cubbler-Whitton Catchment Network is to be applauded for their dedication to improving our natural environment. They also coordinate volunteer projects that involve rehabilitation and habitat repair, as well as weed control and planting of native vegetation in the local area. Mr Deputy Speaker, another project in which Ryan locals have been involved is the preservation of Thomas Park at Indooroopilly and its Bougainvillea Gardens. My office, along with Councillor Julian Simmons, has helped Ryan local Arch Caithness in his determination to get the park listed on the Queensland Heritage Register. Thomas Park is named after Henry Thomas, who owned the park and garden until he sold the land to the Brisbane City Council in 1947 on the condition it was kept for public use. Mr Thomas planted the first Bougainvillea seedling in the garden in 1898. The garden thrived and it became internationally recognised and a popular tourist attraction for people visiting Queensland, to say nothing of the many bridal parties who use it for their special days photographs. It is amazing to think it has flourished for over 100 years. The preservation of this park is important to the history of the area, and I am very pleased to say the gardens are now listed on the Queensland Heritage Register. Councillor Simmons has now put together an advisory group to work with Arch and the community, which will look at ways to maintain the park. I wish the group all the best as they care for and protect such a special part of our local history. As usual, it is volunteers who dedicate their time to these causes. It is hard to imagine how these community groups would function without the hundreds of hours contributed by these devoted volunteers, and we need to acknowledge them as much and as often as possible. These are just a couple of groups in Ryan which work tirelessly to preserve our natural environment and maintain our parks and wildlife, but there are many more. All of these community groups in Ryan and throughout Australia are to be commended for their dedication to our environment and their commitment to maintain it for future generations.